Broadcasting live from WOUB TV in Athens, this is Newswatch.
A local group pushing to legalize marijuana has cleared a major hurdle tonight. Good evening, I'm Erica King, and thank you for joining us. Attorney General Mike DeWine made the Grassroots Ohio group happy after he gave the okay for a medical marijuana and industrial hemp ballot issue. The group's last summary was rejected March 21st by DeWine. DeWine said the last summary failed to say industrial hemp and medical marijuana would be regulated by rules similar to agricultural crops. Leader of the amendment, Don Richcrafter, says he is relieved they passed the first step for the issue. The ballot issue will go to the Ohio Ballot Board next week, which will determine whether it'll be one issue or two. An inmate that escaped from Hocking County Prison last week now faces additional charges. A Hocking County grand jury indicted John Modi today. He is charged with one count of escape. Modi led police on a day-long manhunt after he was reported missing from a head count. He was previously being held at the Hocking unit of the Southeastern Correctional Complex in Nelsonville. He is now being held at the Southern Ohio Correctional Facility in Lucasville. Modi is currently serving an 18-year sentence for murder, burglary, and escape. Two people are facing charges tonight for running a heroin trafficking operation in Athens County. Eric Miller and Lindsay Roach were both indicted on charges of engaging in a pattern of corrupt activity and multiple heroin trafficking charges. Miller is set to be arraigned later this month. Roach is still at large with the warrant out for her arrest. And there's new rules to keep your kids safe in case of an active shooter. An Ohio Building Standards Board now has rules allowing schools to deploy portable barricade devices. Some devices slide under doors while others attach to door handles. The devices gained popularity after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. Ohio is among 5 states that updates fire and building codes to allow for the devices. A joint emergency service center is in the works in Athens County. Athens County and the City of Athens are looking to fund a study to create a Southeast Regional Operations Center. Last month, the Athens County Commissioners didn't want to approve the study. The commissioners said they didn't want the the county more money. The study will cost $47,000. There is no estimate yet on when it will be completed. The 43rd International Film Fest is underway this week here in Athens. The festival, held at the Athena Cinema, is featuring hundreds of full-length and short films. The film halls hail from countries around the globe. Visitors are encouraging everyone in Athens to get out and see at least one of the movies. The film festival will continue through Sunday.
Well, right now we have those watches and warnings back with us still. Freeze watch is in effect, freeze warning, from now until 10 a.m. Saturday. We're going to see those cold temperatures tonight. But then as we move on, we have those really cold temperatures, hard freeze, Saturday night into Sunday from 11 p.m. Saturday to 11 a.m. Sunday, bringing those plants. And right now we have those temperatures, 43 degrees in our area. We're seeing that cold front move through the region, actually back in Columbus, between Chillicothe and here in Athens. Clear skies, cloudy skies, no rain. Chillicothe, you're seeing heavy rain right now up to Columbus. Man, they're just getting hammered with rain, and I think there's going to be a little bit of mix in there as I'm looking at the radar.
Not really looking forward to that rain, but thanks, Matt. And water woes continue to get closer to home. Tonight, residents of the Cincinnati area are being told that some of the city-owned water lines are made out of lead. The Greater Cincinnati Water Works are sending letters to tell customers about lead pipes. Around 16,000 homeowners received letters. Data shows nearly 20% of Cincinnati's service lines that lead to homes are made out of lead. Removing the pipes can cost thousands. City officials say the utility and the homeowner would have to split the cost of repair. Lead pipes are responsible for poisoning the water in Flint, Michigan, as well as Sebring, Ohio. New support is coming for survivors of sexual and relationship violence in Ohio. Attorney Mike DeWine announced a statewide helpline will be launched in the Buckeye State. DeWine's office is funding the helpline with a $1.2 million grant. The hotline will be run by the Sexual Assault Response Network of Central Ohio. There is no word yet when the helpline will become active. And West Virginia University students can expect new housing options next school year. WVU has launched a housing program geared toward transgender or gender nonconforming students. The housing program will allow students to room together on campus regardless of their sex, gender, or gender identity or sexual orientation. Officials say the gender-neutral community isn't intended for romantic couples. Students can apply now for the housing option for next school year. A Northern Kentucky steel mill is seeing another round of layoffs. 6 workers will be laid off at the Wilder Mill alongside the Licking River. This is the 3rd round of layoffs the company has had in the past year. Officials plan to lay off more than 100 employees in January and another 320 in July of 2015. The mill produces pipes that are used in oil and gas extractions. Still to come on Newswatch, presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is taking his campaign international. Find out where next. And a breakthrough in the investigation into the Brussels terror attacks. These stories and more when Newswatch returns.
Really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us. Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open. You can go to them with pretty much anything. Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Presidential hopeful Bernie Sanders will be taking time away from the campaign trail to visit the Vatican. Sanders will visit the Vatican just 4 days before the crucial New York primary. His campaign announced today he will visit Vatican City on April 15th. He was invited to a conference there on social, economic, and environmental issues. Sanders did not say whether he would be meeting Pope Francis during the visit, but says he has the utmost respect for the Pope.
This is an invitation from the Vatican, from the Pope, that I have enormous respect for in terms of the level of consciousness that he's raising on the need to have morality in our economy, that we cannot, as the Pope often tells us, simply be worshipers of greed and money, that we have got to create an economy that works for all people and not just the few.
Pope Francis is calling for the Roman Catholic Church to be less judgmental. In a 256-page document on family life released today, the Pope urges priests to be more accepting of gay men and lesbians, divorced Catholics, and other people living in what the Church considers irregular situations. He wrote, quote, "By thinking that everything is black and white, we sometimes close off the way of grace and growth," end quote. The Pope didn't change the Catholic doctrine on homosexuality, marriage, birth control, or abortion in the paper, in fact, he reiterates that marriage between a man and a woman remains the Catholic ideal, superior to other forms of union. The Vatican calculates there are about 1.2 billion Roman Catholics around the world. Officials believe a series of new arrests in Brussels today include suspects involved in the recent terror attacks in Brussels, as well as last year's attacks in Paris. Diane Gallagher has the details from Washington.
A breakthrough in Belgium. Several terror-related arrests, including, according to the prosecutor's office, Mohamed Abrini, a known suspect from the Paris terror attacks that killed 130 people in November. Now, these are pictures from a gas station surveillance video of Abrini taken 2 days before those attacks. Police say that he drove there with Salah Abdeslam, the other Paris attack suspect who was arrested in Belgium last month, just days before the Brussels attacks. The timing of Abdeslam's arrest and those bombings, just one reason security experts say police there should be on high alert.
Every one of their intelligence, particularly their human intelligence agencies, should not be sleeping at night, because that's the way they're going to find and predict future attacks.
Now, today's arrest in Belgium come just 1 day after authorities issued a public plea for help, releasing this surveillance footage of the so-called man in the white coat, a remaining but unidentified suspect from the Brussels airport blast. Belgium's federal prosecutor says they are still trying to determine if Abrini is in fact that man in the white coat. Another man, Osama Krayem, was arrested Friday. He's believed to also have connections to the Brussels bombings. Preventing future attacks by stopping ISIS was the subject of U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry's surprise trip to Iraq Friday.
The United States is determined that together with our friends and allies in Iraq and the coalition, we will succeed.
ISIS has claimed responsibility for both the Brussels and Paris attacks. In Washington, Diane Gallagher.
2 are dead after an apparent murder-suicide in San Antonio. The Joint Base in Lackland is saying it isn't clear whether or not the gunman was allowed to have a weapon. 2 guns were found in the room where the bodies were discovered. Officials are saying an airman is the one who shot his commander. And we're used to seeing stories about the price of stamps going up every so often. Well, the price is actually going down this time to 47 cents. The last time there was a decrease in the price of a postage stamp was 1919, when it dropped from 3 cents to 2 cents. This is only the 3rd price decrease on record going back to the Civil War. The Postal Service doesn't want the decrease, but it doesn't have a choice. Its regulator is ordering it. The Postal Service will lose $2 billion due to the decrease. It's asking for a change in its rate-setting process that could allow to enact steeper rate hikes in the future. The price drop goes into effect on Sunday. And on Wall Street today, a massive rally in crude oil today wasn't enough for Wall Street to close on a high note. Here's a look at today's closing numbers from Wall Street. Coming up on Newswatch, thinking about going gluten-free? There is a lot to think about first. We have the details. That story still ahead.
And with snow showers in my forecast, you're going to be asking yourself, where is spring? I'll let you know in my extended forecast.
Body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
From the Newswatch Weather Center on the campus of Ohio University, I'm Matt Thigpen. Well, we have these freeze warnings once again for most of our area, including, actually, it's most of our area and to the west and down here into West Virginia. We will see those freeze warnings go into effect tonight from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Saturday. And then we have our hard freeze warning, which is underneath this freeze warning. We don't want to confuse you. Hard freeze warning, Saturday night, 11 p.m. and into Sunday at 10 a.m. We'll see those temperatures go down deep into the 20s. Not what we're looking forward to. Now, right now here in Athens, we have 43 degrees. 30 is our dew point. Winds coming out of the northwest at 9 miles per hour. And as we look around the region, we have 43 again in here in Athens, 44 down here in Ironton. And as I stated earlier, Columbus, 38 degrees as that cold front's coming through. We see those rain showers just west of Chillicothe. They'll continue to move through Chillicothe and Athens and over to Marietta by this evening. As they taper down around midnight, we'll see another burst later today in the evening. 45 was our high today, 34 for our low, just below our normal high and right on par for our lows. Sunrise, I want to point this out, 8 p.m. for our sunset, We'll see that 8 o'clock. That's awesome. Tomorrow in Athens, we'll see that we have 38 degrees, breezy skies, not a good day to be out. Dry, though, after 12 p.m. if you want to get out on those roads. And as we look by hour for here in Athens, we'll see that by 8 a.m. we have 30 degrees, 34 by noon, 38 by 5 p.m. Dry, we'll be drying out by then, windy all day. Tomorrow for the region, we'll see 41 down here in Ironton, 39 in Jackson, 36 in Cambridge. Along our eastern counties and eastern cities, we'll see breezy, cloudy conditions, while over here in Columbus and our western counties, we'll see clearing skies, still windy. And tonight for Athens, we'll see that we have 26 degrees, rain-snow mix, winds increasing throughout the night. Not a good day to be out. Just stay home, enjoy a nice movie, Netflix, and chill. And for our PRECIPCAST, as we see that radar moving in from the Great Lakes, it's just coming down, bringing that moisture down, rain-snow mix overnight. Hour by hour for tonight, 36 by 6 p.m. 32 as we cool down below about freezing. Rain, we see that rain and snow mixing. Snow showers by 6 a.m., 26 degrees. As we look at our overnight lows, 29, all below freezing. Snow showers mixing with that rain. As we take a look at our extended forecast, again, 38 for Saturday, 53 for Sunday. That We'll see that return of rain showers, not snow showers, rain showers for spring. Thank you. 63 for Monday, rain all day. It's just not another messy Monday. Drying out for the rest of the week. I like this forecast. Look at that. 63 by Friday. Sunny skies from Tuesday to Friday. Erica.
Thanks, Matt. Thinking about starting a gluten-free diet? Well, there's a lot to consider. Mary Maloney walks you through some popular foods both on and off the gluten-free menu.
Before jump-starting your gluten-free diet, it's important to know a few things. Gluten is a type of protein found in wheat, rye, and barley. And for some people with gluten allergies, avoiding those proteins are a must. Probably the hardest thing you'll have to give up once you begin your new regimen is bread. Hamburger buns, bagels, muffins, they're all off limits. The good news? Most grocery stores carry gluten-free products like bread, which are made out of either rice or potato flour. Next on the list is pasta. Luckily, you don't have to entirely say goodbye to those Italian dishes. Look out for gluten-free pasta made from corn or quinoa. And what about dessert, you ask? Unfortunately, since most cookies and cakes are made with wheat flour, you'll have to avoid them too. But if you have a sweet tooth, most hard candies are gluten-free. And when it comes to alcohol, most beers are made with barley malt. So you'll want to skip the six-pack. Wine and liquor are typically gluten-free. Cheers to that. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Clark Woolley. Fans will be able to get a sneak peek at the Ohio football team this Saturday as the Bobcats are set to play in their annual spring game. And the Cincinnati Reds are off to a perfect start in the 2016 regular season. We'll preview their game tonight against the Pittsburgh Pirates, along with much more, next on Newswatch.
Really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us. Ohio University students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to be Bobcats.
My favorite time of year at Ohio has to be homecoming.
When the alumni come back, you can see that the love of this university doesn't fade.
Once you're a Bobcat, you're always a Bobcat.
The student body here at Ohio University absolutely is a family.
The students support one another.
You become this unit, this big, friendly family unit.
There's this connectedness.
You feel a part of something.
Driving in on the highway and just seeing the red bricks and the trees again, it's just like coming back home.
There's great students, great professors.
You just walk around campus and think, oh my gosh, I can't believe I go here.
I feel like I matter in the community, and I feel like I matter here at Ohio University.
It's home. Athens is home. My professors really care. They care about my grades, they care about my opportunities, they care about my experiences, they want me to succeed.
They give those opportunities to the students.
My professors have been extremely approachable.
Literally, their door is always open.
You can go to them with pretty much anything.
Everyone knows your first and your last name and where you sit in the classroom.
I really never feel like I'm being talked down to or just being taught material. I always feel like I'm having a conversation.
And they want to share those opportunities and those experiences with us.
Bobcat fans across Southeast Ohio will pile into Peden Stadium Saturday afternoon to get a look at the new and returning faces on the Ohio football team in the annual spring game. Redshirt seniors J.D. Sprague and Greg Wyndham both returned to take snaps at quarterback in a battle that's nowhere close to being decided, as both saw extensive playing time a season ago. Terrell Basham, Kurt Lasik, and Casey Sales will look to be the core of the defensive unit as they represent the only 3 returning starters on the front line. The Bobcats finished last season with an overall record of 8-5 and fell at the hands of Appalachian State 31-29 in the Raycom Media Camellia Bowl. Ohio baseball fell at the hands of Buffalo today in the first of 3 games to be played over the weekend at Bob Wren Stadium. Buffalo came out with their bats on fire as they scored 7 runs within the first 4 innings and were able to limit Ohio to just 6 hits in the win. The Bulls' bats were led by junior designated hitter Vinny Malaro, who is one of 4 Buffalo batters to contribute 2 RBIs. Junior Alex Tui threw 7 strong innings as well. Ohio was led by freshman Rudy Rott and second baseman Ty Black, who combined for 3 hits and an RBI. Ohio looked to bounce back as Game 2 of the series is scheduled for tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Ohio softball traveled to Toledo and took on the Toledo Rockets in an afternoon doubleheader. Early in the first game, Deanna Cole stole third and the throw went into left field, allowing her to score and gave Ohio a 1-0 lead. Now 2 home runs from the Rockets put them up 2-1 until a Michaela Dorsey RBI double to left center gave Ohio a 3-2 lead. The Bobcats were able to tack on 1 more run and won the game 4-2. The second game saw the same result for Ohio. Michaela Cooper's 9th home run of the year gave Ohio a 3-0 lead in the first inning, and Ohio did not stop scoring as they scored 5 more runs and won the game 8-0. Ohio will look to complete the sweep tomorrow at 1 p.m. Ohio Track and Field is back in action this weekend as they will host the All-Ohio Track and Field Championships starting today and carrying into Saturday. The Bobcats are coming off last weekend's Ohio Cherry Blossom event where junior Julia Mayfield picked up the win in the 100-meter yard dash with a time of 12.52 seconds. Senior Harry Steege Miller won the 800-meter dash at 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Senior Caroline Hildebrand won the women's 5K, posting a time of 18 minutes and 15 seconds. The Division I schools competing this week include Akron, Bowling Green, Dayton, Ohio State, Wright State, and Youngstown State. It's a battle of the undefeateds tonight as the Cincinnati Reds host former National League MVP Andrew McCutchen and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Redlegs are coming off a series sweep against the Philadelphia Phillies that saw them put up 19 runs in 3 games while holding their opponent to just 10. Jay Bruce has been the catalyst on offense for the Reds as he has tallied 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, and a .500 batting average so far this season. 6'6" junior right-hander Alfredo Simon is set to make his first start of the season. The Reds are coming off 64-98 record in 2015, which is second worst in the league. First pitch is set to start at 7:10. I'm Clark Woolley, and that's it for sports. Back to you, Erica.
Thanks, Clark. And your parents always said don't stare at the sun, but NASA was able to get a rare look right in the middle of it. Check out this video. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory captured a look at a long coronal hole right down the middle of the sun. It was observed between March 23rd and March 25th. NASA describes it this way, saying, quote, coronal holes are areas on the sun where the solar magnetic field extends up and out into interplanetary space, sending solar material speeding out in a high-speed stream of solar wind. NASA says the solar wind streams sometimes interact with the Earth's magnetic field, creating a geomagnetic storm. So, Matt, will we be seeing at any of the sunshine this weekend?
Well, Erica, right now, not really. I'm sorry. The clouds are dominating our region. I wish I could just stare at that sun. Yeah, like you said, it's bad for your eyes. 26 here tonight for Athens. Rain to snow mix after midnight, before midnight, drying out for a couple hours, and then we'll see that come back. Winds increasing throughout the night. Tomorrow, 38 for that spring game. A little chilly out there at Peden Stadium. Breezy conditions, dry after 12 p.m. If we take a look at the extended forecast, we'll see that weather, good Lord. Rain Saturday and Sunday, drying out. We can see the sun on Tuesday through Friday, though. Erica, how's that sound?
It sounds okay, but thank you, Matt. Stay tuned to WOUB. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your local public television station. And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thank you for watching. I'm Erica King. Stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at woub.org. Have a great night.
Students really have a huge sense of pride in our campus, in our school, and in our education.
People don't come to Ohio just to go to college. They come here to become a Bobcat.
It's a really unique atmosphere.
Bobcat pride is having that natural camaraderie.
Bobcats are just happy to